Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, LA Living. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about WandaVision. Something you guys don't know about me is I actually just recently got into the Marvel films over the quarantine, and I binge watched all of them with my little brother. I mean, I used to watch like Spider-Man when I was younger. We went to the theaters and watched like the Avengers, but I never understood the storyline, and then my brother would be like,
"No, you don't understand. This is how.
And so I watched all of them during quarantine, and finally I'm caught up besides Captain Marvel. But after I watched the storyline, I really liked the Marvel film, and I really liked Wanda. And then brother was like, oh my god, they're gonna be releasing a series that is just about Wanda and Vision, and I was super excited. My brother could care less about Wanda because she can't seem to keep an accent.
Annoying.
I guess that's a general consensus of a lot of people, but so I was really excited when this came out, so I decided to film this video and talk about WandaVision. I'm letting you guys know we are not Marvel experts. We did not read like all the comic books or anything like that. Films, we just really like to watch them, and as soon as they come out, we like to go watch them. We love to go to the theaters and just find out like all the little Easter eggs that are involved with the Marvel film. So we just watched the WandaVision, and we are telling you now, we are not experts, so don't come for me in the comments and say,
what the heck are you talking about?
Yeah, I might not know everything, but I just like watching them. So I want to talk to you about what I had seen, what my brother had seen, and then some more of the talk about like the articles that we're reading up, and we're like, oh, that makes sense. So if you're interested still, stay tuned and let's talk about WandaVision. Okay, so first we're gonna start out by talking about the background of the show. Roland James.
So like a little bit of the background is in Infinity War. If you haven't watched it, Vision dies.
Spoiler.
Yeah, his head like caves in, take the Infinity Stone out of him. He just dies. So this whole little pocket of their own reality is Wanda's coping mechanism dealing with Vision's death.
Yeah, because she had already like lost her brother too.
Yeah.
And she had already been screwed up like in the head a lot because of the
Experiment. Yeah,
experiment
experimenting on
Russian.
her.
So she's kind of like really messed up. So I guess when she lost Vision, she just lost it all. And so this is her way, like you said, of coping with it. That's why it is talked about that she like makes like in this television show. So like she's immersing her life into this television show. But then while you're watching the show, you kind of hear like
Wanda, who's doing this to you, Wanda?
little tones, and you're kind of like, wait, what's going on? What is that voice on the radio? So it kind of makes you think like, is she being experimented on, or that's what they're saying in these articles, which it's kind of weird. Like, is she the one being experimented on? Some people are saying she's being experimented on, or some people are saying that she's in this world by herself, right?
Yeah, it kind of gives like the feeling that this is already a pre-existing town, and she kind of just captured everyone and put them under like sort of spell that just makes them follow what she says, makes them to like a perfect town. I think it's also the thing as to why they pick these shows is because in these shows it kind of represents the perfect family, and that's all she really wanted.
Yeah, so the three shows are the Dick Van Dyke Show, I Love Lucy, and The Bewitched. So those are the three shows that they like using little nods to, and if you've never watched those, growing up we watched I Love Lucy all the time. My sister loved watching Bewitched. I didn't personally watch the Dick Van Dyke show. I didn't realize that until I read the articles, but the I Love Lucy, it was with the beds and them separating. That was like a nod to I Love Lucy. I think when she's crying in the kitchen, it's kind of like her like being whiny just as Lucy was, that Ricky forgets things. And then the Bewitched was the intro for the episode number 2.
And in intro number 1 in the first episode is like a basic exact copy of the Dick Van Dyke Show's intro. Yeah. It's just a hard copy, kind of just placed to make like Marvel references and stuff.
Yeah, so that's with the TV shows. And then the ads that cut into the show. So first it starts out with the toaster. In the commercial it says created by the Stark Company. One article was stating that if you go back to Avengers Age of Ultron.
They don't really show it, but she talks about it. This is why she hates Stark, is because her family was killed by a Stark bomb. And another bomb landed and it said Stark on the side of it, and they stared at it for 2 days while in rubble. Just terrifying. Why she hated Stark. Yeah, so when she's looking at the toast, you can hear like a sound of a bomb, like a ticking bomb. For the toaster tagline, it forget
says,
the past, this is your new future.
So it's kind of making you think like, okay, well, what is this show about, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, forget the past, this is your future now. And second ad is with a watch, and it's created by...
It has the Hydra logo on it, but the name is Strucker. I think it's an operative of Hydra.
So it's kind of an evil nod to, that's where she was created from, and...
Because Strucker was the one that experimented on her.
Yeah, experimented on her and her brother. Tagline, he'll make time for you. So it's kind of like an evil nod to it. It's kind of sad. Really think about it.
So on the wine bottle.
The wine bottle when she's serving Vision's boss's family.
So it's in a French word, but when translated English, house of contempt or house of misery, kind of like she thinks that she's creating a perfect world, but really she's just suffering. But it's also a nod to this comic House of M, which at the end Wanda says no more mutants and basically kills every mutant in the world, including her children, which she actually gets pregnant with in the end of the second episode. So this is gonna be like an introduction of mutants into the MCU.
So the second episode when Wanda is with those little women of that town, she meets
the Save the Children prequel.
Oh, the Save the Children prequel. That's a nod to Melania Trump. I'm just kidding. There's this woman, Monica Rambeau, is sitting next to Wanda, and she says like, I feel like I don't fit in, and Wanda's like, me either. I'm Wanda.
She kind of gives like a little stutter because this plays to the fact that she is a real person. She is not taken over by Wanda's spell. She is like an infiltrator of a sword, which is basically S.H.I.E.L.D., but S.H.I.E.L.D.'s part of Hydra, so they kind of disbanded that. So sword is the new S.H.I.E.L.D., and she's in there trying to investigate, trying to figure out what's happening. But she is also from Captain Marvel. She is the daughter of, it's Captain Marvel's like best friend. Later in the show, she's gonna gain powers, I think. That's what they're kind of hinting at because she is a superhero.
I don't know, I need to watch Captain Marvel like I said, so I'm not very knowledgeable of Captain Marvel at all. Okay, in episode 1, when Wanda and Vision are hosting Vision's boss and his wife over, when they're at the dinner table, they finally sit down to finally eat because Wanda has finally figured out like what to eat. So when they're sitting down at the dinner, the boss's wife, aka Kitty from the 70s show, started asking questions like, when were you guys married? Why did you guys move here? When are you guys having kids? All of these questions, and all of a sudden the camera focuses on Wanda and she looks so distraught. And then the boss starts choking. She's still like just distraught and like in a different universe.
It kind of gives you the feel that she made him choke because they were asking so many questions.
Yeah, kind of, because you know she can mess with people's mind. That's her powers, so that's what it kind of gives off. But my brother was saying, because I was like, well, what the heck is going on? Because like I said, I'm not super knowledgeable in Marvel, so he was saying that they break into her reality, like
because she doesn't realize it's fake yet.
Yeah, I guess she doesn't realize it's fake. And
she's so like crazy. She's so caught up in her own reality that she doesn't realize it's fake.
Yeah, so then she's like, that's when Vision has to actually use his powers because she's like, save him. Like, it's just weird, like that whole feeling. It's like really eerie, that scene.
I think that's calling back to the toaster again. Forget about your past, this is your new future. She's not remembering Vision dying. She's not remembering the whole Endgame events. She's just here in the moment. She's just experiencing this. She doesn't remember anything.
It's actually really sad. And then in episode 2, at the beginning, there's this red helicopter toy that crashes into the bush in the front, and it's the only thing that's in color red also. And they're saying, like, some of the articles were saying that this might also be reality trying to break into her world, because they said the similarities of the colors of the helicopter or the red of like Iron Man. And then why was cut on the woman's hand red? Nobody talked about that.
I think it's the same thing. I think it's what you're saying. It's a break in reality. I think that toy was actually a toy that just kind of wandered in, and it's the same thing that when she cut herself, that wasn't supposed to happen. It's like Pleasantville, kind of like it's a break of script.
Oh, okay. So, if you guys seen Pleasantville, then you would understand the illusion. Well, why was the girl? Why all of a sudden did Wanda freeze up there too?
Oh, they started talking to her through the radio. They're like, Wanda, who's doing this to you?
Yeah, who's doing this to you? And then, yeah, that's right. So you start seeing, like, she starts using her powers, right?
Yeah.
That's when she starts using her powers, unconsciously. It's just really weird, and so far, I've really enjoyed it. I was super into it. I was kind of really sad that it went by so fast. I really like the nods to the show. I guess my brother was also saying that Full House might be one of the next episodes. So
because she has kids now.
Yeah, she has kids now. Which is kind of funny because her older sisters were in it when they were younger. But I really like WandaVision so far.
I thought it was good. I think it just needs to be explained more because I'm a little confused.
Yeah, we're both a little confused, and that's why we wanted to come on here and just like share our thoughts so far, like what we think, because well, we're just amateurs, I guess. Noobs, yeah, and we're just noobs to watching the Marvel films, and we just enjoy watching them, so we just wanted to come on here and then start discussion in the comments below with you guys on maybe something that we're a little confused, because we're very confused. What the heck is going on? And I don't know, my brother was saying this might be the introductions to the mutants.
Because it's already, Fox has already signed a deal with Disney, and mutants are a part of it. So the next Deadpool movie is going to be into the MCU. It's going to be the first R-rated Marvel movie, well, in the MCU.
So I'm really excited because, like I said, I barely catched up on all the Marvel films in order, so it's kind of like cool that I finally understand like chronologically chronological order and like
intricacies.
Yeah, the little Easter eggs that are put into each other films, and it's really cool. I never thought I would be this devoted to watching Marvel films, so I'm excited for any future movies that come out. Yeah, I can't wait for Black Widow to come out, and I hope it's not postponed again in May. I really want to learn a little bit more about her, and I liked Wanda, like I said before I even knew WandaVision was coming out.
I'm excited for Fantastic Four, just because it's John Krasinski.
There's our little take and our little first impressions. If you guys want another one of these sit-down talk videos about maybe once WandaVision is fully done, let us know, or any other future Marvel movies that you would want us to talk about maybe. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. Talk to me in the comments and let's talk together about WandaVision. Like I said, I want to learn many new things because I'm so new to watching the Marvel films. I'll see you guys next week with another video. Bye!